What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic beginning of your week. And look, coronavirus now, it all it all went to shit basically 9 months ago, right? I remember the first time we started hearing about coronavirus, and it didn't seem like it was going to be that big a deal. It was like, whatever, that's over there. It's not here, right? And look at what happened. I mean, everything was turned upside down. It's almost like you had a deck of cards, and you had your card, your winning hand, right? That you knew you could win with, and all of a sudden, without anybody being in control, all the cards were taken, reshuffled, and you were just given a new hand, right? And now we're like, now what do we do? Now, so the most important lesson that you can learn today, and you're going to learn it sooner or later, the sooner you learn it, the easier your life is going to be, is if we could go back to when that happened, March, what would you do differently? Because depending on where you're at, maybe you are amongst those that decided, you know what, if we're going to go into a lockdown, I'm going to come out of it feeling better. And so you made the decisions, you took the necessary steps to ensure that you could do this, that you could take control of your health and your fitness and your mindset at home. Maybe you weren't even interested remotely in online coaching, but maybe that was the only choice. So you decided that something needed to change, and you went for it. And so if that's a decision that you made, then you're probably in a better spot right now. Okay. And so the reason why I'm telling you this is because chances are another one's coming. All right. And now it's not going to be nice out there for you to be going out for runs and for you to be getting in tons of hikes. And so my question to you is, what did you learn during this process? What did you learn from March to November over the last 8.5 months that you can apply going forward? And I think the lesson that we're going to learn sooner or later is that the only thing that is a constant is change. And so the better you can deal with change, the more adaptable you are, the more likely you are to succeed, right? We had a lot of clients that had signed up for online coaching at the beginning of the year, and maybe they were doing their workouts at a big box gym or whatever, right, with a friend or something like that. And then the pandemic hits, the lockdown happens, gyms shut down, you can't be socializing with people anymore. And so that changed, right? That changed what that picture looked like in our heads of what the path was, right? The path to our goal. And so now looking back, we can definitely determine that wasn't a matter of fact, that it's not that the only path got taken away. Not at all, right? It's simply that those that adapted, those that said, okay, this looks different than what I thought it would look, but I know that the end result that I want, to feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, that is still worth my effort. So I'm going to be flexible about my methods, but be resolute about my commitments, right? And those are the people that today you hear, perhaps in our posts, perhaps everywhere else, people that are coming out of this feeling much better. Maybe they lost 10, 20, 50, 80 pounds. And it's simply because they were adaptable. And my friends, whether that is tonight, tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, in 10 years, sooner or later, it may not be a lockdown, but something else is going to come your way that is going to knock you off, and that is going to change what the path looked like. Okay. And you're going to have two options. Option one is you go, well, that's not what I thought I was going to be doing. And you stay stuck. And gradually, slowly but surely, things deteriorate. It gets harder and harder to get momentum. And in the meantime, you're suffering the pain of those decisions. Or you go, okay, fine. Yes, this is not what I imagined, but I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to throw the towel. I'm going to adapt and I'm going to find a way, right? And that is the lesson that we either already learned or we're about to get another opportunity to learn it. I can tell you straight up, and this is how I always like to be with you guys, just straight up, when coronavirus hit, I diverted all of my attention to looking after our clients, to finding out a way to now provide online nutrition and accountability coaching to all of the clients that were coming to the gym, right? And that came at a cost. I stopped paying attention to myself, and sure enough, by mid-May, I was like 15 pounds heavier, and I was like, all right, that's it. Time to get myself back. But so now, today I was going for a walk and I was thinking about this. Miguel, what lesson did you learn, and how are you going to apply that if another lockdown happens tomorrow night? Because what I know is that it's not acceptable for me anymore. The first round, I could blame it on, I just didn't know this was going to happen. It was unexpected. I didn't know what was going on. But now I don't have that luxury anymore. Now it's a choice, right? So while we could have gotten away with a lot because nobody was expecting COVID to hit as hard as it did, now it's a choice. So if I hope that even if one person listens to this and goes, shit, you're right. Okay, I'm going to create a plan for myself. And I'm sharing this video in a few places. So whether you're working with us or not, you can literally start with what you've got. Start somewhere. Start tracking your food. Start hitting your steps. If you are a member and you're still struggling, you need to put your hand up. Okay, suffering in silence does not make you any better of a person. As a matter of fact, you are robbing yourself from the progress and the happiness that you could bring into your life, and therefore affecting your family. Okay, so I don't know you guys, but I take this extremely seriously. I think about your families, I think about your children, and it is with that passion that I say, stop struggling in silence. Start making a plan. Get real. It's no longer an accident. It's no longer something that we can just point the finger at and be like, it's a crazy world, right? Coronavirus. Yeah, it's crazy. We can't do that anymore. We've had 8 months to process this, right? It's kind of time. We talk about the importance of mental health and the importance of, talking about it. And I agree that talking about it is important. Doing about it is a lot more important. If you notice that your own mental health has been suffering because of the decisions that you made when coronavirus hit and when the pandemic hit, now that you can see it coming, now that you have a warning, now that you've had time to adapt, now it's time to do better, right? So again, if you're not a client, if you don't even know where to start, if you feel completely lost, regardless, drop a comment and ask for help. Put your hand up. Okay, it's the smartest thing you can do for yourself. Okay, because at the very least, even if you're in our free group here, or just live on YouTube, and you just say, yeah, I want to, but I just don't even know where to get started, I'll message you. I'll tell you how many calories to eat. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll send you a free recipe book. I don't care. You just need to start, because otherwise, sooner than later, it's not only you paying the price for this. Okay, when I was overworked and tired and gaining those 15 pounds, it was affecting my mood. So I was not being the best dad I could be because I was grumpy and tired. I was not the best husband because I was grumpy and tired. So I think, my friends, that out there, it's very easy for everybody to feel sorry for each other, and I don't think that serves us anymore. Okay, I think that we are plenty smart. We've been around the sun a few times, and it's time that we control the controllable and we accept what we can't change. Okay. You may not be able to change coronavirus. You may not be able to change your partner. You may not be able to change, I don't know, if your boss is an a-hole and puts a ton on your plate, regardless of how you're coping with it. But what you can control is what you do. Okay. What you put in your mouth, what decisions you make, where you spend your money. Right. So I hope that you see this message as just because I can see the suffering. I was on the phone with someone this morning that I know is going to hunt me for weeks. This person couldn't even breathe properly. Couldn't even breathe. We were just sitting having a conversation on the phone, and it haunts me because I'm like, if you don't take action today, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. At the very least, more pain. And I'm serious. Your names and your last names are like, they get seared into my mind, and I keep thinking about it. I'm like, oh, name and last name. I feel bad because somehow I failed to motivate you to take action. So here's this for you, and I hope that you see it for what it is. We all deserve happiness. It's whether or not you take the actions necessary, okay, to set you up for success. All right.